Former Tshwane ANC Deputy Chairperson Mapiti Matsena has been killed. Matsena was stabbed to death at his home in Pretoria North last night. Police say a suspect gained entry into his house through an unlocked glass door. Matsena is said to have tried to fight off the intruder when he was stabbed. Matsena's son witnessed the suspect stab his father in the chest. The intruder fled thereafter. 54-year-old Matsena was the chairperson of the Community Safety Portfolio Committee at the Gauteng Legislature. Let's get more on that story now. We cross to our reporter, SABC News reporter Patricia Visagie. Very good afternoon to Patricia. What more do we know?
Good afternoon, Nzinga, and of course to our viewers coming to you live here at the home of the slain Mr. Matsena. Just to give you visuals, a lot of reaction, of course, following this unfortunate situation. Family, friends, comrades that are gathered here at his home to come and, of course, pay their respects to the family, to come and sympathize, and, of course, also just carry this burden with the family at this difficult time, to cry with them and also to see how they can help the family through this difficult time. You would understand that we speak of somebody here who has played in, of course, the view of the people gathered here, pivotal role in the broader context of the South African politics, leadership roles. In particular here in Tshwane, he has arisen from various positions that he has held, and as you have rightfully already said, that he was of course, a former deputy chairperson of the Tshwane leadership here, and of course also rising to the Gauteng legislature. So a lot of questions at this stage being asked in terms of what really happened. The police also coming to the fore to also give their guarantee to do what needs to be done to get to the bottom of this. But I think the highlight now is the tributes that are pouring in, and of course people here who have come in their numbers to come and just support the family in their hour of need and to help them deal with this difficult situation. So let's turn to the family representative. I'm joined by Mr. Abel Matsena. You know, words would not be able to really put it into context what your family is going through. Can you maybe just tell us what is happening inside? How's the family dealing with this unfortunate situation, and how are they dealing with their loss?
Currently, we as a family, we are devastated as one of the big trees has fallen. He was a man that didn't normally lay hand to wherever is needed. And what happened, most of the things that are going through, we are still shocked about the passing on of him. But currently, the matter is still under police investigation, and I cannot dwell too much about what happened with the incident, but the police are dealing with the case now. Currently, as a family, we just need a space to mourn our brother, and the funeral arrangement, I will update you in a due course, but most of the things, the police are still doing their job. I cannot say much about them.
As a family, how would you describe him? Who was he to you? What role has he played that you really remember, that has touched you? What legacy does he leave behind for you as a family?
Mapiti was one of the person that doesn't want to see family struggling. And also, prior to his passing on, he was assisting one of the commander who passed away. And he was arranging some funeral arrangement. And tomorrow, we're supposed to celebrate his birthday. On the 17th was his birthday. He passed away before his birthday. And he was a man that loves his family and also tried to help where he can.
All right. Let's leave it at there. Of course, Abel Matsena, he's the family representative. As I said, comrades have also gathered here in their numbers to come and share in this difficult moment with the family. So let's turn to Tlangelani Mogale. Mapiti worked very closely with you, in particular in the city of Tshwane. As I said, he held different leadership roles. As the ANC, not just in Tshwane, collectively so, how would you describe your feelings right now?
It's a very unfortunate incident that has happened. I think you can see everyone is devastated. It feels like a big, huge nightmare that we wish we could all wake up from. Unfortunately, those who do not appreciate this man for what he is took it upon themselves to actually end his life. We are saddened as the ANC in Tshwane, and we are hoping that the police will investigate this, and those that are involved will face the might of the law.
As I said, he worked closely with you. If you could maybe share with our viewers, who was he in terms of the leadership role, the activist role that he, rose to? What type of role did he play? If you could maybe just share your memories with us.
Comrade Mapiti Matsena is what we call an overall cadre of the organization of the movement. He has been an activist since the 1985s, where he led, student protests. He has led with other leaders like your Premier David Makura, and he was currently serving as the chairperson of the Portfolio Committee in Community Safety. But most importantly, he served the people of Tshwane with diligence. He was the former deputy chairperson of the ANC in Tshwane, and how we can describe him is a man that loved his comrades. I have fond memories of Comrade Mapiti and his generosity and his giving heart. I know each and every member of the ANC, especially at branch levels, those who actually do the work of the ANC, every time there would be an event, all of them would always line up to go and speak to Comrade Mapiti. And we all knew they were not speaking to him about anything, about political battles, but they were there because they saw in him somebody who was able to listen to their cries and would actually help them when they were in need.
You are not just comrades in the South African context, you also soldiers, one would put, when we put it loosely, of the governing party. And we can't do this interview without touching on crime that is really just out of hand, because it goes directly to what it seems have played actually the role in claiming Mr. Matsena's life. As part of the ANC, how do you link your feelings in terms of, again, that nightmare that we're all living with, that is called crime, that just causes so much devastation in the South African society?
It's very sad, but it's an indictment on the slow pace on addressing the issues of crime and gender-based violence in this country. And I think, as we remember, Comrade Mapiti, the minute he was appointed the chairperson of that Portfolio Committee on Community Safety, he made it his daily role and responsibility to actually bring criminals to book. He was very passionate about the space, and I know for a fact that we've had so many incidents where he came running to try and salvage the situation. So it is an indictment on us and the fact that we've not done much as a country in terms of curbing crime, and unfortunately today, this moment, it had to be one of ours. And it's a contradiction and a bit of an irony that somebody who stood and believed so much in the fight against crime, he himself would be martyred in this fashion.
All right, thank you so much there. Speaking on behalf of her comrades, Tlangelani Mohale here at the home of the slain, of course, ANC leader there, Mapiti Matsena. You just heard there, I think those are powerful words, that this is actually an indictment on the party, because it reflects, again, the scourge of crime in this country, and so much that it had to hit home. It had to affect the life of one of their own. We'll come back with a little bit more updates. For now, let's give it back to studio.
Patricia Visagie coming to us live there from Pretoria. An apology to our viewers for the quality of those visuals. We'll make sure that the next time she comes back, we try and improve those.